So, welcome to this short 20-minute practice to ease yourself into the day. And I invite you to start in a comfortable seat. So perhaps just roll the shoulders back and just find your center. And that might mean kind of leaning to one side, taking the flesh of the sit bones to really ground yourself. And then elevate the upper chest. And if it's comfortable for you to do so, can you close the eyes? And take a deep breath in. Now, as you feel the breath in, notice the energy rising. As you breathe out, soften your sit bones down to the earth. And first and foremost, yoga is a breathing practice. And if you're doing this early in the morning, perhaps now focus on your inhale, the inspiration, the bringing in of brand new, fresh energy. Breathing in through the nose. Breathing out as you soften the hips. And just notice those two directions of breath. Breath coming in, rising energy. Breath going out, grounding energy. And just take 3 more rounds where you just simply notice the arrival and departure of the breath. So we just want to keep this quite an easeful practice today, just moving into your body as you move into the day ahead. 2 more rounds of breath. And bring your awareness to the dense muscles, the ones that you're sitting in. These are kind of that which connects us to the earth. And if we think about all the elements of us now, let's think about water as we start to flow. So starting to circle into your hips now. We call this Sufi grind. Really good if you have a icky lower back. So moving your rib cage to the side, chest forward. Maybe add the head as well. So circling the neck, by what I mean by that, the head's always there. Change the direction of your circles now. Start with some really big circles and then let them get smaller and smaller till you spiral inwards. And we never lose this connection to that breath. It's the breath that's the yoga, not the shapes. And as you come to center now, just find your center where the head's over shoulders, shoulders over hips, and take a deep breath in as you sweep the arms up towards the sky. Interlace your palms and lift the heels of the hands up now and just start to circle the lower back. Almost like we just were. So again, loosening up the back, especially if you're doing this really early in the morning. And now change the direction of your circles, taking them into the upper back. So all these different parts of the spine. See how yours is today. And then lift the heels of the hands, take a deep breath in. As you exhale now, bring the knuckles towards me as you tuck the chin and roll the shoulders back. And then just feel like you're pulling your fingers apart to really wake up the shoulder blades. We've got a big curve in the back now. As we inhale, we sit back up again, arms overhead. Exhale, pull tummy in, we curve. Inhale, up overhead. And now let go of the fingers, sweep them up to the sky. Deep breath in like we're greeting this brand new day and all that lies ahead. Exhale. Let's come on to all fours. So spread your hands now so wide as you take the fingers forward. And we're just going to move into our hips. Imagine you're writing figure 8 with your chest. So kind of swaying and swirling. And of course, as we move the chest, we're moving our hips there too. Sway out your hips and change the direction of the circles. That might be baffling this early, but see how you go. This infinity loop. And now let's come to a more linear cat and cow. As you inhale, the heart rises, the tummy drops. As you exhale, you tuck the chin and round. Let breath lead the movement in a really soft and gentle way. And there's a quote from Nayyirah Waheed. I said to my body, I want to be your friend. My body sighed, saying, I waited for this a long time. So let it be befriending the body, not punishing or for forcing it into a shape it doesn't want. And then as you round back now, sit back onto your heels in child's pose. Let the head rest and breathe into the back of the body. Sigh the breath out. A little bit of a stretch for the lower back. And know that if your friend to the body wants to stay here, then so it should, or you might be all ready to come into your first downward facing dog. So lift the hips up now as you press your thigh bones back and just start to slowly pedal the feet. But really feel the stretch as you bend the left knee, press that right heel back and breathe. Come back up again, press the left heel back. Come back now, both heels lifted, ease the heels down, and we're going to come to the center of the mat. So walk your feet forward and your hands back. And just take a moment here, dangling in a forward fold. You might rub the back of your legs, waking up the hamstrings there, feel any tightness. And as you bend the right knee, take your right fingers down and just lift up your left elbow only, and then the left fingertips, like you're opening a wing. And then do really big circles there, but with the elbow leading. And just see how that feels on the shoulder joints. It's just a little bit softer. Do about 2 in one direction and then change the direction of your revolution. And I always get so excited when I say revolution. Time for change. And let's come down and just pause there for a moment, forward fold. And now the right elbow lifts and starts to circle. So you might have quite a big bend in the left knee. And again, 2 in one direction, 2 in the other. And then take the hand back. Let's come all the way back to downward facing dog. And just take a moment, see if this down dog is different now. We've stretched our hamstrings a bit more. Take a breath. Lead the right leg, lift the right leg, big deep breath in. Leg is level with the hip if you can. As you exhale, let's take the right foot to the outside of the right hand. And you can always do this on all fours. And as you inhale, lengthen the spine, come forward. As you exhale, straighten the right leg a little bit. Inhale forward. And exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. So watch the choreography here. This time as you come forward, we're going to sweep that right leg back and take it to a side stretch. So the right foot plants behind the left foot, and then we sweep the right arm up towards the sky. Big circles with that right arm, straight on this time. 3 in total. And then next time that right hand comes down, we're going to sweep the right leg out to the side this time. So I'll face you so you can see what we're doing. So the right foot is long, it's out to the side. We come up onto our fingertips and we do a little bit more cat and cow in the spine. So we're really waking up our hips today. And then let's come back onto all fours. So you might stay with some cat and cow there, or you might come into downward dog. And this time as we breathe in, we're going to come forward into a plank pose. Breathing out, downward facing dog. Breathing in, we come forward. Breathing out, downward facing dog. So the alternative is to be on all fours. Just let the breath lead you. And now from downward facing dog, breathe in as you lift your left leg. Exhale, left foot comes through. Outside of the left fingertips as you rock across the joints, forward and back. So just exploring, how are the hips today? So again, watch the choreography here. We lift the left leg up and then we turn to the side as we unravel that left arm up. And then we circle again. And just moving into the body, try and let the mind take a rest. What does this feel like? That's what we're trying to tap into. Next time that left hand comes down, we come back to all fours and we bring the left leg out to the side. So once again, little cat and cow as we have one leg straight, the other knee bent. Noticing where the tight bits are. And then bring that leg behind you. And then once again, let's make our way up into downward facing dog. And just take a moment to root down into the earth again. The hands, the feet. Just feel them pressing down. And then add the water now as we ripple forward into a plank pose. This time, stay here, gaze forward. Maybe shift the weight over your wrists and then back again. So now we're tapping into our fire as we need to use our core a little bit for this. And then drop onto your knees and reverse curl to the earth. So first the thighs come down and the pubic bone down the chest. Hands are by the upper ribs now, elbows point back. Breathe in as you lift up into baby cobra. And exhale, come down. 2 more of these. Let the breath lead the movement. And then press into the hands, little bend in the knees. Let's come back to downward facing dog. Breathe into your whole body. Sigh the breath out, open the mouth, let it go. Clear out the old to make way for the new. Lift up the heels now, look forward. You might walk, or maybe you're ready for a little bunny hop towards the front of the room. Who doesn't like a bunny? Breathe in halfway. Exhale, we fold. Breathe in, lift halfway. Exhale, you fold. 2 more of those, slowing the breathing down. Just slow your moving down. And then, of course, the real magic might be that you slow your thinking down. Soft bend in the knees now. Let's open those arms out wide as we greet this new day. Just like the sun rising. Exhale, hands to heart. Close your eyes. Feel the energy moving through you. And we're going to do some, not quite sun salutations. There's a little bit of a difference. We're going to add a twist. We're just moving the spine in all its different directions. Breathe in, sweep the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, let's fold. Breathe in, take a flat back. Step back with the left leg, drop the left knee. Breathing in, arms rise up. So here's the change. As you exhale, left hand forward, right hand back, a twist. Inhale, arms rise up again. Exhale, hands come down. Downward facing dog. You can stay here, cat and cow, or come through a vinyasa. Breathe your way forward, plank pose. Lower to the earth, knees up or down. Inhale, heart rises. Exhale, downward facing dog. 1 deep breath in downward facing dog. Side away. Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, left foot steps forward, right knee drops. Breathing in, arms lift. Exhale, right hand forward, left hand back. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, hands down, right foot comes in to meet the left foot. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, we fold. Little bend in the knees. Breathe in as we sweep the arms up and over. Exhale, hands to heart. Pause to breathe in. So 1 more round just like that, but leading with the opposite leg. Inhale, we rise. Exhale, we fold. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, step back, right knee drops. Inhale, arms lift up. Exhale, twist. Inhale, arms lift up. Exhale, downward facing dog. You choose what comes next. Make it your own. Good to just not do what we always do. We always do what we always do. We always get what we always get. So just really listen to the body. Take a breath. Right leg rises. Inhale. Exhale, right foot comes forward. Left knee drops. Breathing in, arms rise up. Exhale, left hand forward, right hand back. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, hands to floor. Step back foot in to meet the front foot. Again, take a moment to sway. Perhaps sigh. Coming into chair pose now. Many different ways to do this. Big toes touch. Heels slightly apart maybe. Bend the knees. Start with hands on thighs and press the thighs down as you lift the heart. Feel the fire again, the power in the thighs, the calves. Big deep breath. Maybe your arms come in front of you. Pause. Try not to pull scary faces. Notice your facial expression. Soften the jaw. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands. 1 hand to heart, 1 hand to tummy. And just pause to breathe. Just remind yourself you're human, you're here. Feel the heartbeat. Perhaps the breath has lost its rhythm. Come back to smooth edges. And let's stand now on our right leg. So we're going to come into a very short flowing sequence again, just to get things moving. As we stand on the right leg, we lift up the left knee and maybe we lift up the left arms too. Both arms too, sorry. Take a breath. And as you exhale, that left leg comes back. It might be that your arms are in front, they might rest on the hip, they might rest on the floor. Find warrior 3. 2 breaths. Some days we wobble, some days we don't. We drop it back now to warrior 2. That back heel lands, our arms outstretched, ready for the day ahead. Gaze forward, take 3 deep breaths. Maybe that right thigh sinks a little closer to the earth. And then reverse your warrior. The left hand comes down as the right arm rises up and over your ear, and take a huge breath into the right lung. And now one more breath as you bend that knee a little bit more. Breathe in, we rise. Frame your front foot now as we come into easy twist. As the left hand comes down, lift your right elbow up and circle again. Just moving through. Now as the right hand comes down, back to downward facing dog. And it's your choice again. You might be still or you might come through a flow. Breathing into plank, lower to the earth, rising up. Exhale, downward facing dog. 2 deep breaths. Gaze forward, step or hop towards the front of the mat. Breathing in, flat back. Exhale to fold. Slight bend in the knees. Breathe in as those arms open up. Just like the sun rises today. Hands to heart. Close your eyes. Tap back into the breath. Same thing other side. Left leg is your standing leg. Sweep the right knee up. Sweep the arms up to the sky. Find balance if it's there today. And if it's not, this is a good way of finding out. So there's no judgment. And then come into warrior 3, whatever variation serves you. As the right leg comes back, we gaze forward, we reach into our fingertips and we breathe. And we land in warrior 2, unraveling the fingers. Just look down at your feet. The left knee is over the middle toe. The back foot is kind of like 5 past 12. And then gaze forward as maybe you sink a little deeper and just focus on the next 2 breaths. Again, just notice the inhale, the rising energy. As you exhale, press into the feet, the grounding energy. And now let's lean back from the waist to the fingertips. Breathe into that left side of you. 2 breaths. Back to warrior 2. Once again, let's frame the front foot and unravel that left arm, and leading with the elbow again. Maybe there's a circle or 2 there. Left hand comes down, downward facing dog. And one more time, our final vinyasa. Breathe your way forward, lower to the earth. Breathe your way up, downward facing dog. And as you breathe in through the nose, breathe away everything that's gone up. Feel the shoulders slightly hammock, so press them a little bit more towards the thighs. Lift up both heels, rest the heels back. Gaze forward, bend the knees, let's step or hop towards the front of the mat. Breathe in, long spine. Exhale to fold. And with a little bend in the knees, let's sweep our arms up to stand. Hands to heart. And just close your eyes again as you have this symbol of reverence, the heart, the prayer mudra, Anjali mudra. Breathing in and breathing out. Tiny little bit more standing work. Same thing, let's lift up that left knee. Let's lift up the arms, take a breath. This time we're going to take our right hand and we're going to have 2 choices. We take it to the left knee or possibly the outside edge of the right foot. And then we see how straight we can make that leg. And it's more important to have a straight back than a straight leg. So knee bend is really good too. And with your left hand, take it to the small of your back as you look over the back shoulder. So possibly you open that left arm. Find balance if it's there today. Swim that left arm forward again. Come into warrior 2, 3, for the second time. Long spine, take a deep breath. And then we come back to stand. Take a moment there to breathe into the whole body. You might notice one leg feels longer than the other. Just notice. And now let's bring up the right knee. So same thing, we grow tall. Right hand to the small of the back, left hand to the side of the knee. And we look over the back shoulder. So notice how annoyed we can get if we don't do the pose we think we should be. So just notice that stuff, because that inner critic will be with you all day if you let it. So extend the leg just in the right place for you. Maybe take the right arm back. And we breathe, we breathe, we breathe. And John Kabat-Zinn said, as long as you're breathing, there's more right with you than wrong with you. So remind yourself of that as we sweep that right arm forward. I'm just going to fall over there and come back into Warrior Three. Breathing in, just enjoying all that the body can do. And bring the right foot down. So we're not really seated in this pose, this practice today. We're going to finish with some nice side stretches, creating space for everything that lies ahead today. So breathe in now as you sweep your arms up and overhead and hold on to your left wrist. As you hold on to the left wrist, lengthen the left side as you inhale. As you exhale, lean to the right. And then just bounce up 1 centimetre. Exhale, lean to the right again, and then continue in a half circle all the way to the ground. As you get to the full halfway fold, breathing in. Breathe out, press into the feet. Come up the same way to the right in a half circle. So we're creating space in the left side of our body in our breathing muscles, the intercostals. Inhale, lengthen again, hold on to left wrist. Exhale, tilt to the right. Inhale, back off 1 centimetre. Exhale, half circle to the ground. Head is heavy and weighty. Breathe in at the bottom. Press into the heels. Breathe all the way back up again. Pause at the top. Final time. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale to the right. Bounce up 1 centimetre. Exhale to the ground. Breathe in at the bottom. Press into the feet. Slowly, slowly come back. There's something really soothing about these movements. Now take the hands either side of you. Close your eyes as you press into the feet. Notice all that space now you've created in the left side. Move into that space with a breath. And Thich Nhat Hanh said that every breath in is an invitation to the present moment. Every breath out, we accept that invitation. Other side, inhale, arms lift up. Hold on to right wrist. Exhale, tilt to left. Bounce up 1 centimetre. All the way back down. Half circle to the ground. Breathe into the bottom. Exhale, press into the feet. Roll up. Again, a half circle. So 2 more of those in your own time. Inhale, lengthen, right side. Tilt. Release a little. All the way to the ground. Breathe in at the bottom. Slowly come back. One more time. And then lift both of the arms up towards the sky. Take a deep breath. And as you exhale, come all the way to a forward fold. Press your fingertips into the ground. Bend your knees. And come to a comfortable seat. Take one hand to your heart and one hand to the floor. Reminding yourself you're here, that you're grounded. Allow the eyes to close. Breathe into the whole body. So if you have time now, you might sit in meditation, you might come to a shavasana. But we're going to close this practice here today, this morning practice. Thank you for practicing with me. Namaste.